expecting this to be a heartwarming experience where I get to help children and put a smile on their face before they go into a tough environment such as the hospital.
I expect this to be a great opportunity to help out my community and put others ahead of myself.
I've been volunteering at Lake Point for 3 years, and I'm excited to do something different for a change. Usually I deal with a lot of patients firsthand and helping them with delivering ice and stuff like that. So this is going to be different, making little bears to give to little kids before surgery to calm their nerves.
To go in and just make a lot of bears, and I know the bears are going to be going to a good place with the little kids. And it's going to make them feel a lot better. So I'm expecting this just to be a really opportunistic experience.
What are the other kids doing to volunteer?
We really don't know. There's other groups that are doing animal shelters or some are doing nursing homes.
Well, we went and did a little fun, right? We put together a couple little bears. Okay, you just keep, it's easier to fill the head, okay, and then go to the arm over here, the right arm, and then the right foot.
Like side to side.
Yeah, so that you end up here, where the seam is, okay? So those are given to all the kiddos that come into the hospital for surgery, or they come to the emergency room, or one of those cool kind of things.
Okay. Do you always make all of these?
Usually 100 a month.
Oh, wow.
We make about 1,200 a year. Maybe 1,500, just depends. We make pillows, we make hats, we make all different kind of things.
What made you want to pursue this career?
Well, I had the fortunate opportunity to be able to retire from corporate America early, and I'd always promised myself that if I did, I would come and volunteer at a hospital. So I was home about a week, and I found myself on the doorstep of Lake Point Medical Center volunteering. So I volunteered here for 9 months, and then I became the volunteer coordinator for the hospital network, and I have done that for 4.5 years.
What's your favorite part about working here?
My favorite part of working as a volunteer coordinator is working with the youth, bringing them into their first job experiences, giving them the opportunity to learn about the medical field, working with the staff and the nurses and the doctors. It's the best part of it. It's very rewarding.
Why do you think it's important for young people to volunteer at a hospital?
Well, I wouldn't say just volunteering at a hospital. I think it's very important for the youth of today to volunteer to learn to give back to their communities.
Could you give us a brief summary of what volunteers at Lake Point do?
Sure, I'd be happy to. Volunteers do a variety of different types of activities here at Lake Point. They can work with patients directly. They can help cut up food, help open up food containers. They refresh water and ice for the patients. They can read to patients, watch movies with patients, do those types of things, patient care. They also can work in day surgery recovery. Down in day surgery recovery, they help clean beds, they help the patients with a beverage and something to eat to wake their systems up. They can also do customer service type work, sit at an information desk, as we escort all of our patients and patients' guests throughout the hospital, so they can do those types of things for us, get them to different places for tests, so on and so forth. They can also do administrative type work. So in a hospital setting, we do lots of stuffing of envelopes. We put together lots of packets, so volunteers do those types of things. We want to take as much administrivia off of the medical staff as we possibly can, so we do a lot of those types of activities. Volunteers also make all the tray favors for our patients for special holidays. We make all of these bears that the students have been creating here for kids that come into the hospital through the emergency room or at our urgent care centers. We make cough pillows for our patients, mastectomy pillows, drain aprons. We make a lot of different types of materials for our babies. We have a neonatal intensive care unit here at Lake Point, so students can also work up there with the babies in the nursery as well as the NICU.
What's the most memorable experience you've encountered working here?
Working with the kids, working with the students, and especially rewarding when you see a student that's come in here summer after summer. They've been here 3-4 summers, they go on to medical school. Then they, you can see them going through the different phases of school and becoming doctors, nurses. So that's what's really, really rewarding. It's preparing the youth of tomorrow.
After volunteering today, we learned that there's no set curriculum to make these bears. Everything is just from the kindness of the hearts of either volunteers, Lake Point Hospital themselves, or the volunteer coordinator. They just kind of got together to decide it'd be really cool to make some bears to make some kids' days really happy.
I learned that at Lake Point Hospital, you can be any age to volunteer. Sharon told us that the volunteer ages range from 8 to 80.
Volunteering today, we learned a lot more than I thought we would about the volunteering experience and the procedure they have to go through. And a lot of the volunteers go through really hard interviews with the volunteer coordinator, Sharon Talty, and they just do a lot more than we think they do. They make bears, they make a lot of other materials for kids, and it's just a very prestigious opportunity they get to have.
During my volunteering today at Lake Point Medical Hospital, I learned the reason behind making bears for kids. A lot of times parents won't bring toys for their kids to have during surgery, so it's just a kind gesture of them to give a free bear to the child so that they can cheer up during surgery.
There's a little girl, and she's in for the fight of her life. Only 6 years old, facing down the future, no fear in her eyes. Well, Mama and Daddy are praying